8 local school districts are on delay today due to the potentially dangerous conditions that could be out there on the roads this morning. This is going to include Surry County, Stokes County, Randolph County, and Davidson County schools. But of course, you can find that full list online at WXII12.com. We want to get a check of your traffic this morning as we took a look at those travel conditions that we've been speaking about. As you can see, the entirety pretty much of our area is having those icy road conditions out there as that wet weather does move into our forecast and into our area this morning. But I do want to give you guys a look at what we are seeing on the roads right now before you head out. Yes, those slick spots can be out there, but this is a live look right now at Business 85 at Highway 220 in Greensboro. And as you can see right below you as those cars go by, everything is looking fine as long as you guys are giving yourself enough extra time out on the roads this morning. Just make sure that you are taking a bit slow to avoid any of those slick spots.
Thank you, Christina. Crews are still working hot spots at the Weaver fertilizer plant. The plant caught fire 1 week ago today. Winston-Salem city officials have reduced the evacuation zone for the fire to 275 feet. That's not much bigger than the plant itself. This weekend, the evacuation zone was 660 feet, and when the fire first started, the zone was 1 mile around the site. North Cherry Street, where the fertilizer plant is located, is still closed from North Point Boulevard to Progress Lane. Smoke emissions from that fire are very low. That's according to the Forsyth County Office of Environmental Assistance and Protection. It says there are only a few hot spots remaining at the fertilizer plant, and unless there are more flare-ups, the impact to air quality in the surrounding area is expected to be low to non-existent. The FCEAP says it will continue to monitor those conditions. And if you think your health has been affected by the Weaver fertilizer plant fire, you can call the number on your screen right now for assistance, 866-412-7768. This is a toxicology hotline. That line is open every day from 8 in the morning until 8 at night. It's staffed by toxicologists who have specific knowledge of the Weaver plant fire. And you can also call 211 to get information about resources for anyone impacted by the fire. Those local services include the American Red Cross, Second Harvest Food Bank, and free counseling. And as always, you can find more resources and the very latest info about the Weaver plant fire by visiting WXII12.com.
At 6:05 on the Crime Watch this morning, a Winston-Salem man is due in court today, charged with killing a man during a fight. That fight happened on Thursday. Investigators tell us that James King and Antoine Perry argued outside a home on West Academy Street near Peters Creek Parkway. They say Perry punched King in the head and King fell and hit his head on the concrete driveway. King was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say Perry left the home after the argument. He was later arrested and is now being charged with murder and is being held without bond. Also happening now, Winston-Salem police are working to learn more about a shooting this weekend. It happened just after 4:30 yesterday morning on Walltown Street. Police say they found several bullet casings in the area. But later that same morning, EMS were called to help a man who was shot less than a mile away. That man was taken to the hospital. He is now seriously injured, but is expected to recover from his injuries. Also happening now, a Winston-Salem man is accused of careless and reckless driving in a fiery crash that left him seriously injured. That crash happened just after 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon on Peacehaven Road. Investigators say the 18-year-old driver went off the road, hit a tree next to Calvary Baptist Church, and that's when the car caught fire. Police say several people had taken the driver out of that burning car. He is expected to be okay. Police have not said if the driver will face any charges.
A stark warning from the Biden administration about the rising tensions in Eastern Europe. The U.S. says a Russian invasion of Ukraine would come at an enormous human cost. Aixa Diaz joins us live in our Washington bureau. Aixa, diplomatic talks have done little to de-escalate this.
That's right, and there's concern the Ukrainian government could topple quickly if there's an attack, and tens of thousands of civilians could be killed. The U.S. says Russia could invade in a matter of weeks, if not days.
The U.S. says Russian President Vladimir Putin has assembled 70% of the military firepower he will likely need to launch a full-scale attack on Ukraine.
He has put himself in a position with military deployments to be able to act aggressively against Ukraine at any time now.
President Biden has deployed U.S. troops to Poland, Romania, and Germany to defend NATO allies in case of an invasion. The president says Americans will not fight in Ukraine.
Are you willing to send more troops to Poland and other NATO countries if Putin has no BS. I'm not going to speculate on that.
The Ukrainian government says it doesn't believe an attack is imminent and is urging the West to avoid panic. Meanwhile, concern about a possible alliance between Russia and China after President Putin and President Xi Jinping met in Beijing on Friday.
We've seen that partnership building up over time. We have to redouble our efforts to protect democracies.
Today, President Biden is hosting the new German chancellor at the White House. Germany has so far refused to provide any military assistance to Ukraine, frustrating other NATO allies and lawmakers here at home. Live in Washington, Aixa Diaz, WXII 12 News.
Aixa, thank you. Happening now at 6:08, the one-year-old girl at the center of an Amber Alert out of Mint Hill has been found. She was taken to the hospital to get checked out. The suspected kidnapper has not been found. He has since been identified as 39-year-old Jeremy Lemond. Our affiliate there in Charlotte reports that he is the child's father. Investigators say he could be driving a black 2011 Subaru Legacy with a license plate number JBV 6840. Anyone with information about the kidnapping or know where that man could be should contact the Mint Hill Police Department right away. A former deputy chief with the Greensboro Police Department has died after a fight with cancer. His obituary says James Henson Jr. died last Wednesday. He was 54 years old. There will be a private service. Henson retired from the Greensboro Police Department about 2 years ago after facing allegations of failing to report a sex assault at the group home he founded.
The CDC reports 64% of Americans are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That's around 212 million people. Here in North Carolina, 60% of the total population is fully vaccinated against the virus. And the COVID-19 test positivity rate in North Carolina stands at 21%. A reminder, the state wants that number at or below 5%. And as of Friday, nearly 4,500 North Carolinians were in the hospital fighting COVID-19. Today, the Davidson County Board of Education is set to meet. The superintendent will give an update on COVID-19 and the masking guidance for that district. The meeting is set to start at 6:30 this evening. You can attend in person or virtually. We'll keep you updated.